Hi everyone, welcome back. Right, so here we go. I was going to sing a song then because there is a song called Here We Go Again, but I'm not going to, bust all your ears off with my great singing voice. So I find this actually quite comical and typical of the likes of Cruella and her team. So this is just turning out to be just like another Amber Turd case, basically. So her team have now are now trying to put a stay on the judge to avoid discovery and to try and get the case dismissed altogether. Now, and this is probably why Cruella was claiming that she's going to therapy so that she can claim ignorance, mental health, and etc. But I really do hope. Oh, this is from the Sun, by the way. I really do hope the judge over there doesn't cave in like the UK lawyers did. Well, the UK justice system is flawed anyway and desperately needs reform. But I just hope, like I said, the judge over there won't fall for it. So hopefully the judge will look at just an example. We'll look at how she conducts herself, maybe sort of like in the past or something, and sees that she is capable of understanding things. She likes to do NDAs, so that should be a trigger for him to think, well, hold on a minute, you did know better, but you didn't practice what you know in that interview. So, a while ago, she tried to claim ignorance and say, well, I didn't think to use, in my opinion, or allegedly, or whatever excuse she came out with. She just flat out lied, didn't she? And I really do hope OW is held to account as well for not doing her due diligence and doing a proper professional TV interview, because she just enabled all the lies, didn't she? Because she herself has beef with a family she doesn't even really know. So I hope the judge take all that into account. So in other words, her side are just pooing themselves basically, and it gets quite comical because her lawyer is in my opinion is acting very childish here. I know lawyers have their terms and they can be a bit like provocative, but that's their job. But when it comes to some of these terms that this, I'm going to call him Mr. Cumpy, has used, it's more childish and more passive aggressive sarcasm, if you like, and it's really quite, he's a bit of a jerk off, to be quite honest. That's just in my opinion. So I'll read it out quickly. So OW could be questioned by lawyers over her bombshell TV interview with H&M. She may be ordered to submit to a deposition in the US, sparking the potential for fresh royal revelations to emerge. 068 is among the witnesses M's sister SM wants to call as she sues for 60,000 in damages. S57 57 says her reputation was damaged by comments M41 made during the 2021 interview with Oprah. She even wants H to undergo a deposition, but that appears far less likely, say legal sources. S also says she was defamed in the book Funding Freedom. M's lawyer, Mr. Cumpy, you probably know what's going through my head by now, because I like to try and describe people accurately, but I'm trying not to use that word. See you next Tuesday. So I'll be on my best behaviour with this. M's lawyer, Mr. Cumpy, sorry, Cumpy said S's legal team had identified a whopping 19 non-party witnesses, including H, M's mother, OW, and others that she wants to dispose, including the authors of Funding Freedom. Depositions are used as part of what is called the discovery process in the US. Right, that Andrew bit's are irrelevant, really. Have you noticed that the media always have to put him in one of their articles somewhere? It's ridiculous, isn't it? Mr. Cumpy said that discovery should wait until M's request to dismiss the entire case was decided. Desperate or what? Mr. Cumpy said that this is what really sort of like round me up, really. Mr. Cumpy said that in an attempt to rescue her case, S claims that M is responsible for comments in Funding Freedom. He wrote, to state the obvious, oh, what a jerk. To state the obvious, because M did not write Funding Freedom, she cannot be liable for statements in the book. It really could not be simpler than that. Oh my Gideon. Really? Well, I think, Mr. Cumpy, you will find the reason why your client is trying to avoid discovery is because she will be found out that she did actually have a lot to do with writing that book, as we all us right thinking people, because we're not stupid, already know. And this is the lastly, guys, this is what really, really winds me up and is absolutely ridiculous. H&M and those sorts always think the First Amendment is bonkers, or they moan about it all the time and try and get it scrapped. But when they need it, it's okay, isn't it? But what Mr. Cumpy, I'll read it out first. On top of that, M's comments to O were protected by the First Amendment, Mr. Cumpy said. So I think Mr. Cumpy needs to go back to school, because the people of the UK know what the First Amendment means. And so do the normal educated people in the United States. It seems Mr. Cumpy has no idea what he's just done. And this is why I do feel that M's team are going to lose this on a landslide, and that SM is going to win this on a landslide. And I really do actually hope that Samantha gets more than what she's asking, because she really does deserve it, doesn't she? So the First Amendment, Mr. Cumpy, is for freedom of expression, freedom of speech. It is not freedom to lie, knowing that you're lying, and outright slander. So I really do hope that you will get educated again in that department, because you seriously are just making a mockery of yourself, aren't you, dear? So hopefully, everyone, things will start going quite quickly with this, because M's trying to drag it out, as we knew she would. And all sorts of things could come out, couldn't it? So she's actually, getting really, really desperate now. And I think her lawyers are pooing themselves, because they know they're on a loser here. So let's hope the judge doesn't cave in. Let's hope he or she is has got a lot of clout, and it would be great if they had cameras in there as well, wouldn't it? So we'll just have to see what happens. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you soon.